just, touch base with the floor and with how you're feeling right now at the beginning of practice. Whatever comes, if you want to stretch everything long, but just get a sense of where you are this morning. The dominant sensations in your body. Are you feeling relaxed, restless, anxious? How is it in your physical body? You feel any tightness? And then just start to move a little bit. Any way that feels nice to you. Allow it just to be a natural unfolding. See if you can really tap into listening to what your body just wants to do. This is the bodily intelligence that we all possess. And then stack your knees over your hips or over your sort of midsection. So feet suspended in the air. You could cross the ankles or have your lower legs parallel. I find it a little more comfortable to cross my ankles here. And then just begin to rock a little bit. So pull your knees in towards your chest and then draw your knees away. Exhale, pull your knees into your chest and then draw the knees away. Maybe a little side to side movement as well. So we're going to introduce these bandhas, these locks. So we do this all the time, as I said, that Uddiyana Bandhi is kind of when we draw the navel up and in on the exhale. So as you continue this little rocking, as you draw your knees into your chest, draw the navel up and in, or just below the navel, just draw that in towards your spine. That's your exhale. And then inhale, release, and draw the knees away. Exhale, draw just below the navel, or think about your navel reaching back to your spine. And then interlace your hands behind your head. Okay, and then on your next exhale, as you draw your knees into your chest, lift your head and shoulders, tuck your chin. So when we tuck the chin, that's Jalandhara Bandha. So it's the throat lock. All right, so we're doing a little crunchy, yeah? So then inhale and bring your knees away from your chest. Take your arms down to the floor, press into your elbows. Maybe the low back lifts off the floor slightly. And then exhale, bring everything together, elbows towards knees. So you feel this sort of lock at the center of the body, the navel, and then at your throat. Yeah, it's a simple yogi crunchy, but here as we do this, we're locking those two areas. We're locking the throat and we're locking the center. So we're containing the energy, and you should feel, what we feel when we do this is we create some heat in the body or energy in the body. So you can go slow, and we'll continue maybe 12 to 20 repetitions of just a simple crunch. I think the slower we go with this, the more we can really just be aware of this locking that we're doing by drawing the navel up and in and bringing the chin to the sternum. And here we want to go to just a little point of fatigue. So wherever you are in the process, do allow your head to rest in your hands. The next time you release down to the floor, if you've got your ankles crossed, take that cross out. So you just have your legs suspended. And then the next time you exhale, bring left knee in towards chest and twist towards the left knee with the right elbow. And then open up. And then opposite direction, twist towards the right knee with the left elbow. So coming into a little side work. Keep drawing the navel up and in on the exhale and tuck chin towards sternum, getting those two locks. Then we'll go maybe 12 to 20 repetitions here on each side. And once you've done the number that works for you, the magic number that works for you, let your feet come down to the floor, arms out to the side. You could rest knees together or straighten your legs in a Shavasana type shape. Let everything just go and just feel for the heat that you've created, the energy that you've created, and how it feels in your body right now. Just take a couple rounds of breath here. Let the belly expand on the inhale and on the exhale, a slight contraction. Navel back towards spine, just below the navel, back towards the spine. And then rolling to one side or rocking up, we'll meet in table. So meeting in table on all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Okay, we do this all the time, but we're going to really emphasize a couple different things here. So on your first inhale, lift the heart forward, open up through your collarbones, and then take your gaze up. And then on your exhale, draw your chin into your chest, and then forearms to the floor first, and bring hips down to heels. You can let your forehead rest right onto the floor. And if it doesn't quite do that comfortably, put a block there and rest your forehead on the block. Okay. Inhale, press back up. Cow, lift your chin at the end. And then on the exhale, tuck your chin first. That's the lock. Bring forearms to the floor. Hips all the way back to heels, resting forehead on floor or block. Inhale, come back up to cow. Lifting your chin, your gaze slightly. Exhale, chin towards the sternum as you round your back. Drop your forearms to the floor and then hips touch the heels. Rest your head on the floor. Inhale, come up to the cow. Take your gaze up, arch in the back. And this time as you exhale, chin to sternum, forearms to the floor, and very intentionally draw your navel up and in as you drop your hips back to your heels. Inhale, come back up to cow. Lift the gaze, lift the chin. All right, and then repeat this whole cycle maybe 4 more times. So chin to sternum, forearms to the floor, draw navel up and in on the exhale, lengthen the exhale as you drop your hips back to your heels, head to the floor. Okay, here we go, you're on your own. We'll meet in cow. Chin is lifted. Great, then here, turn toes under, exhale, draw your chin into your sternum as you press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So you're almost gazing back at your navel. And then inhale, come to your knees, lift your chin, lift your gaze, arch your back and cow. And then exhale, draw your chin into your sternum as you lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to the floor. Lift your gaze. Exhale, draw your chin into your sternum and then lift your hips up and back. Draw your navel up and in, downward facing dog. Long exhale. Inhale, knees to the floor. Lift your gaze. Exhale, chin into sternum, really lengthening the back of your neck as you lift your hips up and back, draw your navel up and in, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to the floor, lift your gaze, lift your chin. Exhale, chin right into the sternum, back of the neck is really long, then the hips come up and back. Keep the navel pulling up and in, downward facing dog. Okay, take 2 more rounds just like that. And then the next time you come to your knees, we're going to sit on the heels. So you can take the tops of your feet to the floor, sit on your heels. If that's not comfortable for you, take a block between your ankles and come into Virasana. Rest your hands in your lap, close your eyes. Draw your ears back over your shoulders and feel for lifting your collarbones. See if you can feel for the back of your skull floating upwards. Great. Shoulder tops are relaxed. Then inhale, lift your gaze, lift your chin, and on your exhale, draw your chin into your sternum, keep the collarbones lifted, and draw your navel up and in. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, draw your chin into your sternum, keep the collarbones lifting, navel up and in. 4 more, just like that. You can have your eyes closed if you like, and on the inhale, try to keep the low ribs tucked in. Exhale, really draw your chin into your sternum. That's the Jalandhara Bandha, and draw your navel up and in. Feel for lengthening the back of your neck. Inhale. And this time on the exhale, keep your chin parallel to the earth, but draw your ears back over your shoulders. Draw your navel up and in. So you're not tucking so much as you're displacing your head back. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, chin parallel to the earth as you draw your head back in space. So stacking your ears over your shoulders, draw your navel up and in. 2 more, just like that. And then just release all effort, sitting on your heels or on your block. Close your eyes and just feel for the heat, the energy, hopefully moving from center of the body up into the heart space as well, but not exiting the body so much. Next inhale, we'll stand up on our knees, lift arms overhead, and lift the collarbones. Take your gaze up towards your hands. On your exhale, tuck your chin into your sternum, sweep your hands behind you on your low back, draw your navel up and in and come to bowing towards the floor. You might not come all the way to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up as you stand up on your knees. Take your gaze at the very end up to your hands. And exhale, draw your chin into your chest, navel up and in, hands to low back and fold. Okay, 4 more. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Lift your gaze. Lift your chin. Exhale, chin comes into chest. Navel up and in. Bow down to the floor, hands to low back. Okay. We'll meet everybody on the ground, bowing down with hands to low back. We'll meet there. Chin is into chest, navel drawn up and in. And then release your hands out in front. Come to all fours. Take an inhale to cow. And then turn toes under, tuck your chin in, draw your hips up and back, downward facing dog. From this downward dog, walk your feet up towards your hands. Take a forward fold here, any amount of bend in your knees, and then bend through your knees, place hands on hips, stand, come to standing. Come to standing and Tadasana. Okay, and then from this Tadasana, we're just going to inhale and sweep the arms up. Gaze up at the hands. Exhale, draw the chin into the chest, bend the knees and fold. Forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Gaze at your hands. Exhale, tuck your chin into your sternum. And release your hands down to the sides. Go take a few more just like that. So inhale, just sweep the arms up, either out in front of you or come out to the sides. And then exhale, bring your chin to level and displace your head back so your ears are over your shoulders, and let your arms come down to rest it. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, chin level or parallel to the floor, head back, ears over shoulders. Draw navel up and in. Okay, take 4 more like that. And then the last time you raise your arms over your head, bend through your knees, take a forward fold all the way to the floor. Walk your hands out in front, walk your feet behind, and come into downward facing dog. Come into downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath in downward dog. Chin is into the sternum. So you're gazing back, almost like you can gaze to your navel. On your exhale, draw your navel up and in. And then on your next inhale, walk your feet up towards your hands. Drop your hips back and your arms forward. So a chair pose. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, drop your hands to the floor. Lift your hips. Inhale, set your hips back, reach your arms out in front. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, straighten up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, bring your ears over your shoulders. Inhale, set your hips back and down, chair pose. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, hands to the floor, lift your hips. Exhale, set your hips back, reach your arms out in front. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, displace your head back, chin parallel to the floor. Inhale, reach your fingertips up and take your chin up, gazing up at your hands. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Line your ears up over your shoulders. So bring your head back in space. Great. Then relax, bring the right foot forward and the left foot back, both legs straight. Veer one stance. Inhale, as you bend through the front knee, sweep the arms up. Lift the gaze. Exhale, exhale. Bring the chin into the chest, arms down to your side, straighten the front leg. Inhale, bend through the front knee, sweep the arms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten the front leg, bring the chin into the chest, draw the navel up and in. So back of the neck lengthens on the exhale. Inhale, bend through the front knee, sweep the arms up. Take the gaze up if that feels okay. Exhale, draw your chin into your chest, straighten the front leg, arms down to your sides. Inhale, bend through the front leg, sweep the arms up, take the gaze up, and now we're going to stay. Take a few rounds of breath here. On your exhale, draw your chin to level, lengthening the back of your neck. Draw your navel up and in, and on your inhale, look back up to your hands or towards your hands. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now, the next time you exhale and you have your ears back over your shoulders, chin parallel to the earth, you can release your hands to your hips, straighten the front leg, and turn to the left. So you're turning open to the left. You have the right leg still extended straight, back leg turned. Turn to the left so you're facing probably the camera. And then reach your arms out to a T position. Reach the side, front sideways forward, and just tilt down into Trikonasana. Take your hand to your thigh or to your shin, press your hand into your shin or your thigh and press the thigh or shin back. Good. And now we're going to reach the top arm overhead and lift our gaze towards that hand. And then exhale, draw the chin into the sternum and gaze down towards the floor. So lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale, take a gaze out towards the extended hand. And exhale. Chin into chest, navel up and in. One more time. And then on your next inhale, bend through your front knee and sweep yourself through warrior two. So bend the front knee, arms extended out, good. And then inhale, sweep both arms up overhead, turn both feet to face, to line up parallel with one another. You might have to take a little adjustment in your stance. Good. Hands on hips. Reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And then exhale, take a fold. Draw your chin into your chest. Draw your navel up and in. Take your left hand down and right underneath your sternum or your face. Okay, and inhale, reach the right arm out in front. A little bend in the right knee as you exhale and sweep the arm up to the right. Bring your chin into your chest, into your sternum, rather. Inhale, sweep the right arm out in front, gaze out towards the hand. Maybe there's not a big lift here. And exhale, twist to the right, tuck your chin in. 2 more. Inhale. There's a little bend in the right knee as you exhale and twist. Both hands down to the floor now. Walk your hands forward so your upper body is in a downward dog position. And exhale, chin into chest, navel up and in. 2 rounds of breath here. Allow your triceps to spin down to the floor so you create some space for your neck. And then you can walk your hands back underneath your sternum. Left hand or right hand stays on the floor. Now, little bend in the left knee. Inhale, sweep the left hand forward. Take a little gaze out there towards your hand. Then exhale, twist to the left. Tuck your chin. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Little bend in the left knee. Tuck your chin. So we're not looking up at the top hand. We're really containing the throat lock there. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Maybe gaze out there. And exhale, tuck your chin as you twist. Inhale, left arm out, both hands to the floor, and then just walk your hands over towards your left foot. Turn the left foot, bend through the left knee, and windmill yourself up. Warrior 2. Okay, we'll turn the back toes under, turn the back toes and straighten the front leg and come to warrior 1 on this side with both legs straight. And then on your inhale, bend through your front knee, sweep your arms up, gazing at your hands. Exhale, straighten the front leg, arms come to your side, tuck your chin in, draw your navel up and in. Inhale, you can sweep the arms out to the side or just out in front of you as you drop into warrior 1. Take your gaze up as far as feels comfortable for you. Exhale, straighten the front leg, arms come down to your sides, tuck the chin to the sternum, and draw your navel up and in. Do 4 more. The next time you inhale and have your arms up, front leg bent, will stay. Then here you could play with inhaling to look up towards the hands. Maybe it's not very much. And exhale, draw the ears back over the shoulders. So you have a long neck, but you're not necessarily tucking your chin. Lean forward slightly so the shoulders are in front of the hips. Hopefully we're opening some space up in the mid-spine, the thoracic spine. And then you can bring your hands to your hips, turn to the right as you straighten the front leg. Maybe the stance has to open up a little bit, but here we go. Trikonasana on this side. So arms out to the T, and then bring the side ribs forward as you tilt into Trikonasana. Hand to the thigh or to the shin. Pressing thigh to hand, shin into hand, and pressing back with the hand. Then we'll reach the top arm over and inhale. We take a gaze there towards the front hand, and then exhale. Draw the chin into the chest, kind of gazing down at the floor. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Then the next time you exhale, stay there. Turn your hips, turn your back foot so you can bring your hands down around the front foot and step back to downward facing dog. Take a few minutes or a few rounds of breath here. Draw the chin into the chest. You can bend the knees to send the hips up. Draw the navel up and in. Take a few rounds of breath. Great. Now on your next exhale, really get all the breath out of with the exhale and hollow out your belly. And hold. Good. Then next inhale brings you down to your knees. Next exhale, draw the chin in, bring the forearms to the floor and hips back towards heels again. Resting your forehead on the floor if possible, or that block. And then slide yourself onto your belly. Slide onto your belly. Resting your hands on a little, your forehead on a little hand pillow. Great. Now I'm just lifting my head to speak to you, but on your inhale, lift your right leg up. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And exhale, release. And then we'll bring the arms to our sides. Inhale, lift the right leg, lift the left arm. And lift the head just enough. Just keep the back of your neck long. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left leg, lift the right arm. Head, just bring your forehead straight off the floor, back of the neck stays long. And then exhale, release. Do 2 more on each side. Opposite leg with opposite arm. And then return to making a little pillow. Rest your head on the pillow. Or take one cheek or temple to the mat. That might feel nice for a little neck release. All right, in both directions. And then rest your forehead to the floor and take your hands to your low back, palms out. Lift your shoulder tops. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders. Lift your gaze. Lift your legs. And then stay here. Exhale, chin to sternum. Navel away from the floor. Inhale, lift your gaze. Maybe you can lift your shoulders a little higher, your chest a little higher. Exhale, tuck your chin into your sternum. Lift your navel away from the floor. Good, then release everything to the floor. One cheek or temple to the floor. Opposite cheek or temple to the floor. Okay, second round, forehead to the floor. Stack your hands on your low back, palms out. Lift your head and shoulders on the inhale. Lift your legs. Back of the neck is long right now. Then inhale, lift your gaze. Let your collarbones float up. Exhale, tuck your chin. Keep your body lifted. Pull your navel as much as possible away from the floor. Inhale, lift your gaze. Let your collarbones float up. Exhale, tuck your chin. Lift your navel away from the floor. And release. Cheek or temple to the mat. You could softly rock your hips back and forth here. Then turn other cheek or temple to the mat. Come back to center, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself up through table and right back, hips towards heels, tuck your chin into your chest, forearms to the floor, slide your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Take a few rounds of breath here in this child's pose, letting everything settle. And then inhale, come back up to cow. Walk your knees up towards your hands so you're in the middle of your mat. Sit over to one side and come down onto your back, position of comfort. Okay. Okay, so feet appropriately away from the buttocks. We'll do a couple dynamic bridges to start. All right, so as you inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips, let your arms come behind. And then roll everything back down, one vertebra at a time. You can even tuck your chin at the end and draw your navel up and in. So you're really keeping the back of your neck long, like you're trying to get your whole cervical spine on the floor. And then inhale as you start to tilt the pelvis anteriorly, you lift the hips, bring the arms behind. Now leave the arms where they are and roll down one vertebra at a time. So arms stay behind, lift again on the inhale. Chin is in towards your sternum. Roll down one vertebra at a time. Let's do one more this way. So just press into the feet, inhale and lift. Arms are behind you. Chin is in towards your sternum. Roll down one vertebra at a time. Go as slowly as you can. And then this next time, inhale, lift the hips. Now take an exhale here, and as you exhale, really draw your navel up and in and sort of hollow out your belly. Like get all the air out. And then holding the breath here. Roll down one vertebra at a time. And you'll be ready for that inhale. Inhale here. And just take another exhale. We'll try that one more time. So as you inhale, lift your hips. And then while you're lifted in the bridge, exhale. And hollow out your belly. That's the Uddiyana Bandha. So really hollow out the belly here. And draw the navel up and in to any amount that feels comfortable for you. And you hold your breath now as you roll down one vertebra at a time. Okay, this time when your hips hit the floor, you can sweep your arms back out to about a 45-degree angle. Take your feet now as wide as the edge of your mat and softly rock the knees back and forth. Perhaps head turns in the opposite direction. Inhale brings the knees to center. Exhale over to one side. And then the next time you bring your knees over to the left, go ahead and stack knees. Left hand to the outside of the right leg. Gaze up towards the ceiling, maybe over towards your right hand. And on your inhale, allow everything to just sort of float open, including the collarbones. And on your exhale, just a slight tuck of the chin. So the back of your neck is long. And do 3 rounds of breath on this side. Keep scooping your belly, navel up and in, and then to the right. You're kind of scooping your belly to the right here. And then release the top leg, swing that leg up. Take both feet to the floor again. Do just a couple of windshield wipers before we go to the other side. And then the knees will come to the right. Stack your left leg on top of your right. Bring your right hand to the top of your left leg. A little bit of pressure there just to deepen the twist. And then maybe looking straight up at the ceiling or over to the left hand. Inhale releases everything, and exhale just a tuck of the chin in towards sternum. Belly up and in, so you're really contracting the belly or the navel slightly, and then scooping to the left. Three rounds of breath. And then on your next inhale, top leg lifts you out of it, and you come back to both feet on the floor, just a little bit of recentering the pelvis, the hips. Okay, good, good, good. And then let's bring the knees over the chest. Take forearms underneath our knees in a happy baby variation. On each exhale, can you spread your low back? You can tuck the chin, or you can just imagine or concentrate on the back of your neck being long. This really helps release tension in the brain, really softening the skull and the brain, keeping the back of the neck long. If you'd like to take a half a happy baby, taking 1 foot at a time from the variation we just did. And then maybe the whole happy baby, the traditional happy baby. Knees in towards side of the body or to the armpits, hands on the outsides of the feet. Stay wherever feels the most supportive to you, though. Trusting your body's intelligence here. And then anything else you might need. And very intentionally make your way to Shavasana. And Shavasana could be traditional on your back. Could go to some wall space, legs up the wall. Bending knees and resting knees together. Just do what is being unveiled, right? What is being revealed to you in your body at this moment. Trust that. Now, soften your feet. Soften your feet from the inside out. Legs are heavy. Let go of any tension in your legs. Let your hips be heavy and relaxed. Feel for the spreading of your back. Arms are relaxed. Feel for softening your hands from the inside out. Release any tension in your face, around your eyes, between the brow. Soften the muscles around your mouth. and soften your ears. All that is hidden is meant to be revealed. Yet revelation cannot be achieved. It comes, when it wants to unearth itself, falls like rain from the heavens or like light. To those who have insisted, it lay itself bare. This unveiling, daring us to live differently. So stay as long as you like in your Shavasana. I'll close us out with one Om. Welcome to come to a seat and join. Use whatever you feel best supports you. Om. Namaste.